Okay, good afternoon, my friends, and welcome to NWCR's Removing the Liberal Blindfold for this Monday, the 3rd day of August in the year of our Lord 2020. We have more stuff here, and a lack of morality that shows the idiots, more stuff from like Herman Cain's death and believing in science to Keith Ellison and a lack of morality that shows the complete idiocy of the liberal left in this nation. That being said, from the Federalist comes this one. Minnesota Attorney General Keith the Moron Ellison says he doesn't want police officers responding to rape calls. Another question is whether Keith Ellison can be considered a credible and unbiased voice in the issue of violence against women, or anything else for that matter. Keith Ellison, former Democratic National Committee Vice Chairman and current Minnesota Attorney General, said he does not want police officers to respond to rape calls. The shocking policy suggestion occurred during a Zoom conversation featuring Ellison and Representative Karen Bass, Democrat of California, to discuss racism and police reforms. The dialogue was moderated by White House correspondent for PBS NewsHour, Yamiki Alcindor. Ellison stated, quote, "If you're a woman who's been a victim of sexual assault and the assailant ran away, wouldn't you rather talk to someone who is trained in helping you deal with what you're dealing with, as opposed to somebody whose main training is that they know how to use a firearm, right?" Unquote. Then on another presser, former traitor-in-chief Barack Hussein Obama did the same sort of thing by calling on Bull Connor and comparing the police to him in what Tucker Carlson rightly called Obama, quote, "one of the sleaziest and most dishonest figures in the history of American politics," unquote. That he is. But his sleaziness and dishonesty will only continue and get worse till people start calling him and Ellison out publicly when they say these things, instead of it being done when he isn't present anymore. And now to remove the liberal blindfold here, folks. The only reason that comes to mind on this is, why? Does Ellison have a rape or two that he wants to get away with? Or does he have a family member who wants to do that? Does Obama really want a race war? When Barack Obama said Bull Connor may be gone, but today we witness with our own eyes police officers kneeling on the necks of black Americans, George Wallace may be gone, but we can witness our federal government sending agents to use tear gas and batons against peaceful demonstrators, he was inciting race wars to begin. It's time we put a stop to these types of things before one actually does start. One of the things we can always say about the demonobrats is that they never say anything without a reason. So, Mr. Ellison, what is your reason other than wanting to rape someone, or knowing someone in your family who wanted to rape someone, or just continue destroying this nation's laws, or both? Obama, what is your reason for this? A race war? Because if these are the things you are after, it will not end well, I guarantee you. For one thing, Mr. Ellison, your idea on the police that all they are trained to use are guns is moronic at best. How people like you who seem to be too stupid to state facts get into office the way you do is beyond me. I would make a better attorney general than you, sir, and I have no freaking experience in that. And I would make a better president than Obama did. Trump has done all too all by himself without help at all. The help from the media and the left that Obama had gave him everything he needed, but he couldn't do anything. I think the time has come that somebody in the media has to grow a pair or get a backbone with some common sense and starts throwing questions back at you race and sex baiters so that you can be put to the task as soon as you say these idiotic things. Maybe if these American-hating, law-hating bigots can get embarrassed on national television a few times, they will stop saying these moronic things before they open their racist and stupid mouths. The idiocy of comments by Keith Ellison, Barack Obama, Chuck Schumer, Maxine Waters, Nancy Pelosi, et al. Are things that the media needs to start pushing back on. These anti-law, anti-American statements will continue to get worse until the media starts doing their jobs for once and the people in attendance start using some common sense when these things are said. Until that happens, the things going on here in America that are destroying this nation are going to continue to get worse. Comments and condemnation after the fact do little to stop the hate and stupid rhetoric going on in America today. It has to be nipped in the bud, which is when it is being said. Embarrass and show the people saying these things that they are wrong right when they say them. I know if I'd been there, I would have done that, because that is the only way to stop this stupidity. Call it out when it is said, and that includes all the lies being pushed about how masks are good for you, because they are not. Thank you all for joining me today, and as a friend of mine used to always say, we will not be ruled, and that is if we start refusing to allow it. This is Robert the Infidel, and I will see you all again tomorrow, and remember, NWCR's Removing the Liberal Blindfold is brought to you through Conservative Nation Media, where America always wins. Now, going on to a final section before I sign off for today, I do not know what happened to my show on Friday. It still hasn't loaded to BTR to be listened to, so I guess I got put in BTR jail for what I said on the show. Liberal policies do shut us down, folks. Be aware of that. Have a blessed day.